Than Spots and Stripes by the Hodgetwins and Brave Books. Illustrated by Ali Elzani. Home of the brave. Welcome to Freedom Island, home of the brave, where good battles evil and truth prevails. It's up to you to defend our great nation. Save the animals of Forensic Park by completing the Brave Challenge at the end of this book. Saga 1, The Origins, Book 5, More Than Spots and Stripes. When Rebel was an itty-bitty cub, she used to go with her granny to watch the cheetahs run. As she watched, her heart beat eagerly, pitter-patter, against her spots. One day, she would say to Granny, "I'm going to race on the big track." Then Granny would give Rebel a kiss on the top of her head and say, "If you work very hard, my dear, one day you will." When Rebel grew bigger, she joined Forensic Racing School. There she met Maddie, her teammate, and they spent years practicing together. They learned to run and leap and sprint as fast as they could. More importantly, they learned that racing on the big track took very hard work. Rebel didn't mind because she knew the hard work made her strong. At the end of her last year at school, the best racers in all of Freedom Island came to visit. They planned to race Rebel and her classmates to show them what it was like on the big track. As Rebel waited for the race at the end of the week, she felt her heart beat nervously, against her spots. A striped cheetah named Bella, the most famous racer of all, gave a speech to help the students prepare. When striped cheetahs built a Forensic racetrack many years ago, they hated spotted cheetahs. As they ran, the stripes would throw banana peels to make the spots trip on the track. Rebel nodded, remembering Granny's stories of the cheating striped cheetahs. "Even though stripes don't throw banana peels anymore," said Bella, "every single striped cheetah still wants the spots to lose. The stripes are all still cheaters." Rebel cocked her head. "If racers aren't breaking rules, how are they cheating?" "They just are," insisted Bella. "Striped cheetahs created all the racing rules, so they will always find a way to cheat. Instead of practicing for the next race, Spots should tell everyone that the stripes are cheaters and Stripes should give away all their trophies." The next morning, when Maddie strolled outside for breakfast, Rebel stopped her, holding back tears. "Why are you cheating and trying to make spotted cheetahs like me lose? I thought we were friends, but Bella says you hate me." "Excuse me, I am not cheating," protested Maddie. "I'm your teammate and your friend. Bella is a liar, and if you believe her, you're as foolish as she is. If you don't trust me, you can find yourself another teammate." For the rest of the week, the school was split. The spotted students stopped practicing to yell that the stripes made racing unfair. The striped cheetah students stopped practicing to yell that the spots were crybabies. Only the older famous cheetahs continued to prepare for the big race. When the students finally ran against the famous racers, not a single one did well. After a week of not practicing, they huffed and puffed down the track. By the time they made it to the final lap, they were tired and slow. Rebel came in last, and she was sure it was all Maddie's fault. Rebel pouted on the way back to the locker until she heard a familiar voice. "My plan has worked. Even though I am old and slower than these young cheetahs, my words distracted them from training. Because they're no longer working hard, we won today and we will win the Forensic 53. The Forensic 53 was the biggest race of the year, and Rebel had dreamed her whole life of winning it. But Bella was right. If Rebel didn't keep working hard, she would never win the Forensic 53. Sprinting back to the track, Rebel found her friend. Maddie, I'm sorry I blamed you for cheating when you hadn't done anything wrong. I forgive you, said Maddie, giving Rebel a hug. And I'm sorry too. I should have listened to you and realized you were hurt. From then on, Rebel and Maddie didn't join their classmates in the yelling, but practiced every day. Rebel realized that she would win or lose by the choices she made, not whether she had spots or stripes. And from now on, she would choose her friends based on how they treated her. She and Maddie ran and leapt and sprinted together, and most importantly, they learned to love and help each other again. Now that Rebel and Maddie finished racing school, it was time for the Frenzy 53. Bang! Rebel recovered from the banana peel nimbly, strong from weeks of practice with Maddie. Racing around the last turn, she and Bella strained neck and neck towards the finish line. Stretching and reaching, Rebel jumped. Rebel's team won! Hooray! Friends, Rebel announced, we can never win by hating and blaming each other. Even though stripes have hurt me in other spots, we can't fix anything by hurting them back and calling them names. We are more than our spots and stripes. Let's focus on the choices we make because we are all cheetahs after all. The crowd nodded. They knew they were wrong. From then on, the cheetahs stopped listening to Bella's lies and chose to love and help each other instead. Word of Rebel's speech spread all across Freedom Island, and one day she received a mysterious letter. Dear Rebel, for the hurting, love takes more courage than hate. Your determination to seek peace in Frenzy Park shows that you love justice more than revenge. Freedom Island needs animals like you to protect it from anger. If you are willing to defend our dear island, answer the call. Journey to Wizard's Way by the first day of fall. Hurry, so many animals are falling into hate. Anticipating your speedy arrival, the legends of Freedom Island. Goodbye.